Okay, hello, hello. How is it going? Let's just turn this all the way up. That is very loud. Just make sure everyone can hear that. Okie dokie. All right, here, we'll just pay attention to the slice. Oh, it doesn't go like that. It goes like this. Okay, what else? This is all I care about. I got the money now. That's all that I want. All right, sorry about those delays, by the way. That was crazy. We had a few issues. One being, some chat lag. One being delayed FP3. One just being me asleep. So, yeah. Sorry for being asleep, guys. Just making sure the stream is fine and all. I know some of y'all were talking in the chat, so it should be fine. But let's go ahead and double, triple check here. Oh, everything seems fine. Great. I just announced to everybody that the stream is indeed up. We got fast on race control right now. So I'm gonna go be waiting for his word. I'll just be recording. I got the money, now that's all that I want. All right, we have 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. And they're out. We have Cass getting a good getaway here. We've got Dakar right behind him. We've got Kai Kara right behind him as well in 3rd position, bringing up the rear here. We've got one of the Spark cars actually managing to break the top 4 for once. That's surprising. Let's go ahead and get on board with these guys, right? So let's see. We've got Cass here. And Cass actually doing a really good job surprising everybody by putting it on pole earlier here. So really good job from him, and he's just breaking away from the pack right now. But now everybody behind him has got DRS. A lot of the people are pretty inexperienced in this field, but top 10 are going to be really hard to break into. So we got to see how Cass manages to break away from the pack here. Breaking away from Dakar is no easy feat by any means. So we got to see how these guys get along here. Cass, the number 6 here, falling back a little bit behind the 2 Ferraris. We got to see how their long run pace is. Looks like Cass just makes a little bit of a mistake there. Let's go ahead and get on board with our Ferrari drivers, because right now it's Kai Kara who's leading here by about a 10th a second here, so it's going to be pretty close across the line. Now it's Dakar leading, or Kai Kara leading. The timer doesn't know, I don't know. We're going to go ahead and figure out. It says Kai Kara is your leader. Looks like Dakar is your leader, so let's go ahead and go on board with Dakar here. Looks like he's firmly behind Dakar, and he spins it. He does a half spin on the gravel there, and looks like he goes back a few places. He's behind the Novino Medlin right now. Actually really surprised to see Medlin in the car eventually. Yeah, he was almost one of the F1C champions. So, and if you don't know, F1C did eventually evolve into Ion, and here he is. He was an F1C and he's an Ion now. Down here in 5th position, not a bad position by any means. He's doing pretty well for himself right here. So out in front, we've got Dakar. Currently, it's an Esprit 2-3. I didn't think I'd see that at any time soon. So these guys have got it pretty much with their cars on track, but we have to make sure these guys keep it together with the strategy. We saw what happened last week in GT3 with the strategy, losing it on the absolute last lap. B-Guys, the team boss, saying that he pit them too early, but I'm not too sure. We worked it out in GT3. Let's see how they work it out in F1. It's going to be interesting again to see the pit stop strategies here, because a lot of people can go for a 2-stop, but maybe more likely to be the 3-stop. So let's go ahead with one of the Zent cars here. We're actually running 2 reserves right now, mainly because we have 2 absent drivers. So, where we should normally be running up in like 6th and 7th, or even 5th and 6th, we're running all the way down in ooh, that's interesting. We're running all the way down in 12th and 17th. That's interesting. Cast overtaking Dakar for the lead momentarily. I think we should stay with this lead battle. It looks pretty spicy right now. These guys 2 drivers ahead just picking up absolute hell right now. These guys are sneaking ahead, getting way past the rest. And look, Dakar goes off. Dakar goes off and loses some time. So now it's in a spirit 1-2. How many times can you say that? Dakar managing to get back ahead of iLord there, but they're running in a really good position. Really strong for that team. Unfortunately, they didn't get past the timing line, so we could actually see it on the board physically. But hey, spiritually, they were 1-2 for a hot second, and now they just got to keep it up. I'm really surprised with the pace from these guys, actually. We didn't expect to see any type of pace from these type of guys. It looks like Cass getting ahead again momentarily. Now he's got the DRS, then that's all that and on board here, these guys are running pretty close to each other, not gonna lie here. I'm managing to follow each other really, really easily here. It looks like Dakar is managing to get past the leader as well. It looks like Cass is behind. Yeah, it's just taking a few car lengths back there. And actually managing to probably get the DRS. Also, just a quick update. We're expecting some crashes to happen. We've been having a couple of issues through practice, but hey, there we go. I got the money, now that's all that I want. We're going to go ahead and let this battle stabilize here, but it is pretty interesting. Let's go and check the battle down here for a quick second. After this battle kind of chills out for a quick sec. Alright, so we've got Cast, who now has the DRS, and he's got the slipstream. Let's see how he manages it. Decently is how he manages it. And he's got more of a run now here. Following the car behind, that's a very fast left hand right there. Dakar should get the DRS, doesn't though for some reason. And then passes the McLaren there, that's actually getting lapped. Common theme for the McLarens to get lapped here. The McLarens being these blue cars. Really, really not sure who made them blue, but y'all gotta fix that before I get angry, because I forget really easily. Alright, let's go ahead and watch this battle back here. So we've got Delta running in single player. Let's see what he's looking at. Some cars up ahead. Looks like this is the real battle right here. We've got a 3-way battle for 7th position right now. Best of the rest, as they say. And it's between Twist Gamer, Pyro, and Rory. A couple of new drivers, actually. I don't think I saw these guys last season. So, and I think Pyro has some GT3 affiliations, but I can't confirm that right now. Let's see who's ahead of him. Cool plug. Oh, all right. This is actually a battle for 6th position. And we've got Kai Kara not even too far ahead. Kai Kara completely fell away from the front pack. And now we've got, what it looks like is iLord made a mistake here, and now he's somewhere back in the pack, but he's on the back meddling. These guys are right on top of each other, and they have been for a while. But I think I'm gonna stick with the battle for 6th place right now, because that's pretty interesting. I say that as I'm still watching here, but this is a pretty good battle. I've never seen these guys stay this close to each other. So if anything, Dakar needs to take off now. We saw last race in Japan that the 2 Ferrari boys pulled the strategy, and they had a master plan for the Mexican Grand Prix. But right now, it kind of doesn't look like they have a master plan. Master plan, maybe, but I think their plan was to stay in the slipstream and pretty short in terms of straights. Hyro here going off the track, and see how far behind these guys are. It doesn't look like they're that far behind. In fact, it looks like a couple of other cars are either getting lapped or, let's see, what car is that? That is Roy, and Roy is in 6th position. Oh, Cass letting a fastest lap here on lap 8. Oh, reports that my mic isn't loud enough. Let's go ahead and fix that. Okay. Let's go ahead and see how that works. Okay, Faster, give me a report later. Or actually just when you hear me ask that for how it is right now. Okay, so here we are. We're on board with the midfield battle here. This is the battle for 6th position. I'm not sure what happened to all of these guys, but they all collectively fell back about 9 or 10 seconds from Kaikera. Really not sure what that's about, but it looks like Kaikera isn't even catching the pack ahead, so I don't think he got faster. I just think the midfield all collectively got slower. iLord obviously made a mistake at some point because he was within DRS range of his teammate, and now he is 11 seconds off of his teammate, considering his teammate is up here in almost 1st position. Actually, currently is in 1st position. Cars jumping around a little bit. It is a little bit hard to tell, but I think these guys are doing really good. Let's fall down a pack a little bit. So we've got Zyrie here, a new driver. I think that was Riddle spinning in the background, and his teammate passing him. Nicolex. Let's see here. All right, so these guys know who they're battling with. We have a spun Valor in the background there somewhere. I'm gonna guess that was Nico who is driving that. And we've got that Zyrie boy right behind him, so he's just gotta make his way up the field. Not doing too bad right now, considering he's only had, I'm gonna say, 20 minutes, 25 minutes in this car. So not too bad from Zyrie. Let's see if he can make up some positions here. He's got a few seconds to the car ahead, and that'll put him up into 12th position, not too far off the points, and then not too far off the teammate as well. Let's go up. So iLoSky is racing in single player here. I don't think he has anybody around him right now. Yeah, pretty much single player. These guys are right on top of each other, but it looks like Dakar managed to break away from Cash. You can see one of the AlphaTauris here spinning up a little bit there. See if they're okay. Just understeering straight off the track. So Cass needs to get his stuff together if he wants to put a challenge up to Dakar, or maybe even try to or the overcut and have the fresher tires towards the end. So we'll see how close this manages to be. Oh, okay. Car sound. Okay, when we go on board, we're just gonna like scream into the microphone. Okay, Dakar pulling away from the rest of the field. Let's take a look at the 2 McLarens here. The 2 really stupidly colored McLarens. Both going off into the gravel at the same time. Rallycross. Screenshot of that. Okay, so as I say it, we've got a McLaren flipping there in the background. That's purple. I didn't even know you could flip these cars. Okay, so as I was saying, Zyrie actually 9 seconds off his teammate right now, but he did make it up into the higher positions here. I'm not sure anybody pit yet. I haven't noticed anybody pitting, so let's see what's up with that. Everybody setting yellow sectors in unison. We're gonna go ahead and make sure we look at those pit stops. Haven't seen any updates on those. Okay, so the only person who's pit so far has been Cool Plug Alt, and he's running down in 10th place, so he's going to make a lot of positions up. But I think on lap 12, like lap 12 or earlier, seems a little bit early to start pitting, considering the fact that we have a whole 48 laps to go, and I don't even think 13 is like 20% of the entire race, so maybe Cool Plug All is going for like a 5-stop here. Who knows? We got Kai Kara into the pits. In fact, this is when everybody's starting to pit now. So we're on board with iLord here. Hyro's pitting here in the background too. Kai Kara comes out. iLord comes out. Delta comes in. Roy's coming out. Hyro's coming out. We got Twist Gamer coming past the pits here. Actually, sorry, Noah Gamer coming past the pits here. If we could find Twist, let's check him out and see what he's up to. Twist in 4th position right now. He hasn't pit. The McLaren's stuck. Right, okay, McLaren's stuck. So I guess they're out. We're gonna see how these guys go. I think that was the McLaren of Riddle. He was a lap down anyway. Here's his teammate. We've got Dutch not in, but Dutch's teammate Medlin, he's into the pit. So it looks like everybody's going 14:28. So that's probably a 2-stop. And yeah. Okay, so Medlin in 3rd place after pitting, so that's very, very good. Let's see if Cass pit. He's 12 seconds behind the leader. Let's see if that's because he pit or not. Let's show those pits. So he hasn't pit, so he's just made some kind of major mistake, and now he's way off of Dakar. So that means that he spun under his own means. At some point, I lost 12 seconds. So here we go, Dakar here, your leader. I don't think Cast is anywhere close enough to do an undercut, but we'll go ahead and see. All right, Cast, it just looks like he pit just now. Let's go ahead and show those pits, which we were just looking at. Okay. Show pits. Okay, he didn't pit. He was just slow out, and he's off the track. And I believe that is Noah going past him. Let's go Noah going past him. I believe Noah's lapped, though. Yeah, Noah's lapped. I'm on the fresher tires, so now we're seeing the back markers come through. These guys are on the fresher tires, and you're gonna notice that they're on the fresher tires because they're able to pull away from the leader so quickly. Noah running down in 11th position, and you can see that he's actually pulling away from one of the leaders here. So we go off board, and I go back into my chill voice. How is that? Was that better, faster? Let's see who's remotely close to each other on track right now. I think Lance and Lance and Zari actually. Okay, I'm gonna leave you guys on board with this, and we will be back shortly. Oh, Cass going around, and we are back. What a dramatic way to go about it. Cass now running in fourth position. It looks like Kai Kara made up some time on him, but I believe Kai Kara hasn't hit yet. So let's go ahead and check that out. Kai Kara has actually pit twice and is still ahead of Cass. I'm a little bit confused. That doesn't make too much sense to me, but hey, they managed to do it. I mean, I've been watching, but I don't know how they managed to do that. If someone wants to enlighten me about that, then we can go ahead and figure it out together. Because sharing is caring. Kai Kara actually not being too far ahead. Kai Kara running in third position, but only 5 seconds ahead of Cass. And from what I've seen, I think Cass has just been making a lot of mistakes because I have been seeing him spin in the background a few times. Kai Kara managing to salvage a fifth position all the way up into a third position. Now he's got about 6 seconds to go before he starts catching Medlin here. And we're going to go ahead and see what these guys are up to. While the McLaren just goes straight off the road here. We're going to be following these guys and see how they get along here. Let's go ahead and get on board with Kai Kara, see what he's doing here. Looks like he's playing single player. I do believe I just saw the tops of Medlin's car there. But Medlin on for a podium in his first F1 race, so that's actually pretty impressive for him. So Novina will probably actually get their first podium. Let's see here. So there he is, just at the end of the straight. You saw him there. Sorry, I forgot to talk louder. Here, yeah, he was there at the end of the straight, so you know, Kai Kara actually not too far behind him right now. But Medlin actually pulled off another 1 or 2 seconds there in that last third sector. So, that's interesting. Let's see what the gap changes to here. 49. Okay, now he's 6 seconds behind. So it looks like Medlin's pulling away at about 1 second per sector at this point. Medlin has a lot of pace in him. We know that for a fact. And we know that Dakar is about to win his fourth straight race. If we include China, which we're not. And into the pit comes Kai Kara. Oh, sliding out. And into his box. Now, we're going to see who's behind him to figure out where he's going to be coming out because I'm not sure how he's pit twice and now this is going to be his third stop. I'm a little bit confused by that. I cannot lie to you. Maybe let's assume this is his second stop. Or we could ask the boys. I'm not sure who the Ferrari personnel are today, but we'll check. Let's take a walk. Okay, yeah, so just as I thought, it just glitched out. So Kai Kara is actually just on 2 pits. So this is the second pit stop. So he's the first of the front bunch to pit. So let's see what implications that has on him. Let's go ahead and show those laps, which is not what I meant to press, but we're gonna style it out. Cool. We see Dakar is on the lead lap here. Oh, wait. Leading by like more than a lap, actually. Well, a lap is about 40 seconds here, so it does make sense. And he's currently 52 seconds behind. Our pole lap was 56 seconds? 56 seconds by Cast. So to be 52 seconds behind is about where you'd expect to be. Alright, let's go ahead and show those pit stops now. Alright, just take away 1 from Kai Kara, and then you'll figure out where everybody else is at. Alright, so they're actually not too far off the leaders right now because the leaders are still going to have to pit. Kai Kara doing the undercut here. That's going to be very beneficial because then you get to stay in the slipstream and have the DRS from the car ahead. They'll just pull you along. And you will wear your tires out a little bit more, but you'll gain a lot of speed and a lot of time overall. Also, sorry if I sound a little bit sick right now. You know, coronavirus be spreading around and shit. And that's a what? Period, love. Period. Zari making his way up into 11th place, actually. So that's pretty good. He's got about 5 seconds to make up before he gets into the points here. But for his first race, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Not too far off the points now. Let's go ahead and look at the ooh. That was close. Show them pits. Let's go ahead and take a look at those pit stops. So Zari's only pit once. So yeah, it looks like he's gonna fall back a little bit more here. But overall, the pace isn't too bad. Let's see what the Zent boys do in terms of pit stops. And apparently Dakar is lapping P3. I believe he is. Yeah, that is indeed Medlin right there. And he is about to be lapped. Oh, he's lapping his teammate too. Dakar just lapped his teammate. He lapped 4th. He's about to lap 3rd. And actually not too close from lapping 2nd place as well. Okay, well that's gonna be crazy. Because we did see these guys on the same pace as Dakar. Which means, yeah, it's possible to be as fast as Dakar. It's hard, but to be as consistent as Dakar, I think that requires a whole different level of skill. You know, I feel like Dakar is kind of the Lewis Hamilton of this league, or practically any league that he goes into. He's got the consistency, he's got the speed, and a lot of people have consistency, a lot of people have speed, but it's rare to find somebody with consistency and speed. So congratulations to Dakar for lapping the field. Doesn't look like he can actually get past his teammate, but I'm so impressed by this because his teammate behind him has fresh tires. Dakar hasn't come in for his 2nd pit stop yet. We've got about 18 laps left here, and Dakar is managing to lap at about the same pace as the guys behind him on worn tires. And also, Medlin there actually is your 2nd place driver now, so he's lapped everybody but Medlin. And his teammate is coming right back past him. And you can just tell that he's got worn tires because everybody else is able to turn in so sharply, and he's got to take way less speed through the corners, and Dakar spins it. He spins it into the wall. He loses so much time to his teammates. He's just running in single player now, and he's spinning again. Let's see if he can. Dakar says he can't see. That's interesting. Okay, we're just staying on board with him. We want to figure out what happened there. Let's go ahead and ask the Ferrari boys what happened. And he stays out. Doesn't look like he has any tires left, but he is leading by about 59 seconds, but I wouldn't worry too much if I were him. Let's see where he's at when he crosses the timing line here. This is 59 seconds now. Let's see where he's at. Timing line should be coming up. It did come up, but we have to wait for the others to cross the timing line. Okay, just note it's 58 seconds to 2nd place there. That's Medlin in the Novena. So we're gonna go ahead and wait. It's gonna take about 58 seconds for it to update at that point. Does that make sense? That's how all timers work. Okay, good. So I'm excited to see what that gap came down by. Okay, he lost about 10 seconds there. Let's continue seeing. So we're probably gonna have to wait another 20-30 seconds here to see where it comes down to again. And Dakar, you have to pit. And there he goes. He finally comes into the pits. Oh, has a little bit of a moment there. And it comes down to 47 seconds. So it looks like he only lost about like 15 or 16 seconds there from that. So surprisingly not bad. Not a big scratch on his lead, but now he's going to have extremely fresh tires towards the end. And he could probably pit for the fastest lap, which he already has, but you know, he could always go faster. Builder reporting that Dakar used the wrong pit box, which is okay. Not against the rules or anything. Builder is actually one of the drivers here for Zent Toyota Racing. Toyota Zent Racing. Zent Toyota, whatever. And here we have Zauri here running only about half a second behind the Russian Power racing car. No, that's the Novena. Where is it? 77.9, 77.4. Is what this guy looks like? Maybe he's ahead? Huh. Very hard to figure out what's going on now. Right, he is ahead. Alright, so Zauri just going straight off the road right now. Looks like he needs some tires. He needs some tires on that car. Let's see those pit stops. Alright, so we've got Zauri here. He's pit twice. So he's probably going to be going to the end on the set, but it wouldn't be surprising to see him go for a third pit stop. So realistically, all Zauri is going to need to get into the points is for anybody in the top 10 to majorly mess up, which is pretty likely. If you ask me. But realistically, he's gonna either need his teammate to mess up or Lance in the AlphaTauri here. New team, new name, new drivers, 20 of them. This midfield battle here looks spicy, but I'm pretty sure some of these guys are actually lapped. Some of these guys are in the battle. Yeah, like this Dutch dude is like an entire lap down on these guys. But hey, it looks cool because they're close together. We've got Noe G here, messing with the leaders. We've got, who is that? Cast and Dakar running together again, but just a lap down. Close enough. It's like the first few laps. So we've seen spins from multiple people here. We've seen spins from Cast. We've seen spins from Dakar. We've seen spins from even people at the back of the grid like Zauri, but only half spins. I haven't seen Zauri put it completely around. I say that as he does it again. Okay, so we're gonna need some more consistency out of Zauri here. Let's go ahead and find the closest battle here, which is gonna look like it's gonna be these guys right here. So these guys here, oh, we've got a spinner and it's one of the Russian Power cars. That's Roy, number 0. Stupid. Guys, just FYI, yeah, if y'all still have number 0 in your car, I'm gonna come to your garage and change it personally. And then I'm also gonna ban you. Alright, cool. So here we also have iLord Skies here. iLord Skies running 1-2 with his teammate earlier in the race, and now they're running 4th, 5th, which is great points for the team, as we've got these guys coming into the pits, Roy being one of them. Let's see what that does for people like Zauri here. I'm pretty sure they're not going to be able to get too much pace out of these guys. We've got Builder of World standing in the pit lane there. And I don't think Zauri is going to make up enough grounds on these guys. Let's see if that was back there coming up on these guys. Alright, let's go on board with them, and we're going to go ahead and see what it feels like to be on board with these guys here. We got the McLaren jumping around everywhere, going off the road pretty much every corner. Lawnmower or F1 car, you decide. And let's go off board now, and oh, we had the McLaren there flipping in the background. If I could find their color, stupid, making it looking blue. Okay, well anyway, we caught that on camera. That'll go in the highlight reel. Cast here running in 4th position, pretty much single player. He's got cars around him, but none of these cars are actually battling for position. I believe he's a lap down on yeah, he's about to be lapped by Dakar, but you see that Dakar hasn't lapped him yet. These guys have been together for about 2 or 3 laps, and it just goes to show you Kai Kiera really needs to be on the pace of his teammate here. But I think he's made mistakes, but so has Cast, because Cast has got the pace, but he makes mistakes as he goes off into the gravel, exasperating my point there. But it's really hard to be on the limit here, to really be on the limit and stay there. And of course, with the change in conditions, for example, the tires being in the slipstream, having DRS open, approaching corners at different speeds, it's really hard to be consistent here because you have to get a feel for the car. And obviously, that's just something that Dakar has, and other drivers probably have too, but just less so of. So, impressive drive from Cast, impressive pace from Cast, especially putting it on pole. Almost had a race win here today. Just needed to hold it up for about, I don't know, 45 more laps. But hey, after the pit stops, we got Kai Kara coming to the pit sideways here. After the pit stops, I wouldn't be surprised to see these guys back close together again, since Kai Kara is on his third or fourth pit stop. I believe this is his third, but it will report as his fourth, but I believe this is his third. Okay, let's see where that puts him. That puts him out just ahead of Medlin. Let's go on board here with Medlin, and you can see that Medlin is indeed catching Kai Kara here, because Kai Kara doesn't even have the fresh tires, but you notice that Medlin's going to be in the slipstream, have the DRS, and be up to pace. Doesn't look like Medlin is actually going to catch Kai Kara anytime soon, but it is going to be pretty close. So let's watch out for that. Okay, so this is a battle for the podium here. I'm not sure if Cass needs to pit again, but let's see the gap on them. Cass has a 10-second gap to the drivers behind them. Kai Kara swerving there on this straight. That was a little bit odd to watch. Let's go ahead and show those laps. Yup, let's see those laps, boys. So basically here we've got one car on the lead lap. Everybody's been lapped. Yeah. Okay, so here's the pit stops. Okay, so Cass can make this 2-stop work, but he's got to go ahead and keep that 10-second gap there. He's got 10 laps to not lose 10 seconds here. Cashmere Q, how do I become a driver for Toro Rosso? Toro Rosso has 2 S's in it, and that's not even a team here. We don't have any Toro Rossos. Boomer alert. It's funny, fans don't know how to read descriptions. Like, I promise you, if you go check the description of this place, it says, this is the Grand Prix place. If you'd like to just drive the cars, go to this place. Or you could check out the group and learn how to become a driver. But nobody ever reads that. It's always, Cashmere, how do I become a driver? And never, Cashmere, how do I fucking read? Moving on. Medlin and Kai Kara here, still battling for third position. This is going to be a pretty interesting battle. Kai Kara has the overall fresher tires, so we just have to see which one of these guys can make their tires last the longest, not have to fuel save, and also be as close to the end as possible. Guys, let me be honest with you. I'm a little bit disappointed with the engineers that we have. We were aiming for negative 870. Fuel consumption. So basically we'd run out of fuel 860 laps. I believe it was. I think it was 860. We've run out of laps, run out of fuel 860 laps before the end. And it took me sitting down at the booth to be like, guys, we're about to run out of fuel, right? And it's crazy because that's not my job. That's not my job. Cass pits. Medlin and Kai Kara up into the podium positions here. It looks like both of them can share. I want to see how Cass manages his final stint here. He's got about 7 laps, so he's not really going to be able to make the best use of those tires, because the best use of those tires really comes at the start, where you really start to reap the benefits towards the end when you have the fresher tires. Because when these tires start to fall off, they fall off a cliff. They hit the cliff, and when they fall off, you have no grip and you need to pit. And it doesn't look like he's going to reach that, but he will have a lot of fast laps coming out of the pits here. Okay, looking for drivers remotely close to each other. Looks like Cool Plug Alt here is pretty close to iLord ahead of him. So iLord Skies in the, off the road in the Spirit car here. He needs to start picking up his pace. if he wants to not be caught. I'm sure the boys at the engineering booth there are telling him. And Cool Plug always tantalizingly close and tantalizingly in the gravel as well. These guys need to really stop making mistakes. That's really the difference. Everybody's really close together in terms of pace. A lot of people make a lot of mistakes. And that's really the difference between the big boys in first, second, and third, and everybody else who manages to spin off into the gravel. Let's go back on board with these guys. Let's go on board here with Kaikera. You can see these guys are lapping traffic right now. So what Medlin gets in boost in terms of DRS and Slipstream here, Kaikera will be receiving the exact same thing here. So these guys are going to stick to each other just like Blue. Let's go off board here. And it looks like Medlin's managing his ERS pace pretty well. We were originally introducing Medlin into GT3, but now he's in F1. He just didn't get a good grasp of the GT3 cars, but he's definitely got a good handle on the F1 cars. Sorry. Oh, and Kaikera goes off into the gravel there. Goes up into the gravel. He definitely loses time. That's a pretty dramatic moment. The back slips out on him again. Meanwhile, he's still trying to catch Medlin here in the Novena. We're gonna go ahead and see how he manages his pace. We've got a heck ton of cars here together. So we've got Hyro, we've got Cool Plug out, we've got Roy, all here battling for 6th position still. This battle has been ongoing from lap 1. These 4 drivers sticking together through thick and thin. Roy's engineers here telling him to build a gap. Come on. Aw, for God's sakes. Coming from the pit wall, a very public conversation here. No, I thought this would go on behind closed doors, so apparently not. Surprised we didn't have a moment here today. Alright, last 5 laps. Let's go, boys. Let's go, boys. Medlin here in 2nd position, splitting the 2 Ferraris in his debut race, which is very impressive. I really didn't expect him to pace like that. But here he is, up to pace, not on Dakar's level, but definitely one of the strong drivers in the field. You know, I think Aon has some of the fastest drivers. We have such a strong field. I feel like if I were to race, I'd be a midfield driver, and I consider myself a pretty quick driver too. I don't know how Medlin is managing to pull out so much pace, especially on experienced heads like Kaikera. Kaikera obviously finishing 2nd in last year's championship standings. He makes the livery for Ferrari, and he is currently 2nd in the standings. A 2-season vet, season 1. Missing a few races, but being here overall. Done more than 10 races, most definitely. I believe he's on his 13th, 12th or 13th race. We can check that out later. Oh, Medlin going off the track there, getting a little bit squirrely. That's bad for 2 reasons. It ruins your tires, and you lose time. And there he goes again. Oh, he's really trying to keep that back under control there. He just needs to improve his throttle input there on longer corners, because that looks like his only issue is. Okay, let's check up on these guys. All right, Zari down into 12th position, about 51 seconds off of the next driver ahead of him. So looks like that's where they're probably gonna finish. So let's go ahead and go on board with Medlin here. Kaikera really losing Medlin here in terms of pace. Looks like Kaikera is still doing the swoop around, where you get out of the slipstream on the braking, but it doesn't look like you need to do that. Somebody said Cast is out. Cast is indeed out. Oh, okay. Cast is out. Really close to the end. That was gonna be a 4-5 for the Esprit team there. That's unfortunate. Damn. Okay, well, Alord is gonna definitely inherit 4th position there. He is a lap down on his teammate, and everybody else is gonna get on his teammate. Oh, you just saw his car there in the background briefly. See if anybody else is getting past it. On track here. Probably gonna take these guys a while to get past it. Let's see. This car should be up here. Yes, sir. There it is. And just despawns. Okay, so he's been gone for about a minute now. And now he's down in 8th position. Cast is indeed down in 8th position. So looks like he's not going to be able to get back over there. And Cast is back. He returns. He returns. Looks like his internet died for a brief second there. Well, I think it's you could call this race over, but he could definitely get back out there, I believe. Cass saying that he had a blue screen of death just now. That's really fast to recover from that. That really sucks for Cass. If he wanted to, he could get back out there, but looks like he's just gonna finish where he's. Let's go ahead and go on board with this battle here. Looks like Kai Kara got ahead of Medlin while we were watching that whole battle. Looks like Medlin probably spun somewhere because currently he's 9 seconds behind Kai Kara. So that's going back to being a Ferrari 1-2. Again, just don't make mistakes. But that's very hard to ask from when you're pushing a 100% for 48 laps. And you're currently on the final lap, actually. That's a big surprise. And that is a big surprise. Yes, sir. Didn't expect to see these guys right here. I'm not sure any of these guys are going to go for a last lap sprint. But I think Dakar is going to be the only person who finishes on the lead lap here. Everybody else is going to finish a lap behind. Let's go ahead and show those laps, baby. Dakar currently making his way through the second sector. And now this is the final sector that he's got to go through here. This is the third sector. No interesting battles happening on track right now. Not even that one. We're going to go ahead and stay on board with Dakar here and watch him as he goes across the line. Now coming through the last corner, and Dakar comes to a stop and lets his teammate. Oh, he crosses the line on foot. So Kai Kara is actually gonna go ahead and do another lap. So the only finishes so far are Dakar and Zairi. Everybody else behind him is gonna have to go ahead and finish their lap there. So Kai Kara will finish on the lead lap by order of consequence there. We're gonna have to wait for everybody else to get through now. I'm pretty sure Kai Kara is solidified there in second position, but we're gonna go ahead and see how that affects their overall position there. That was interesting. That was interesting. So everybody coming across the line there, and Lance just not making it across the line. However, since the car behind him, which is Zairi, already finished, Lance will indeed finish in 10th position, which is interesting. Lance finishes in 10th position. All right, so he secured your last points haul across the line there, and then we have Kai Kara crossing the line too. Let's go ahead and look. There you go. Is the car on fire? Let's go ahead and spectate that car actually. Okay, let's go ahead and get that podium ceremony going on. All right, now we have to wait for these boys to get on the podium here. Okay, currently waiting for Medlin and Kai Kara there. Kai Kara coming up. Dakar, Kaiker, and Medlin on his first race with the team boss of Ferrari here, Plaza and Lazzy. Yeah. So congratulations to our drivers here. And I think we'll be doing F2 shortly. I think we'll be